Morning children. Today we are going to discuss about chi-square test with the Yates correction. So it was a suggestion given by an English statistician Frank Yates. So in his name only it is been called. So when our data is very small, sometimes we tend to get the value, bigger value, and that will affect the level of significance. So to prevent that and to avoid the overestimation of the value, so it causes the actual expected value will be larger. So when we make this adjustment in the chi-square test formula, so it will prevent the upwardly biased expected value. So for that we are using Yates correction. So in the same chi-square formula itself, there is a minus 0.5. So it will reduce the expected value. So let us discuss with an example. So here is an example. The birth weight of the children, the infants, whether it varies according to the gender. So that is what the example we are going to discuss. So as usual, we'll make the null hypothesis. There is no association or difference in birth weight according to the gender of infants at 0.05 level of significance. An alternative hypothesis, there is an association between the birth weight of the infants and gender at 0.05 level of significance, and we'll make the contingency table. So the given data already I have entered. So the birth weight above 3 kg and below 2 kg, male and female. Here above 3 kg among male infants it is 45, less than 2 kg 7, the total is 52, and females it is 46, more than 3 kg, less than 2 kg 2, and total 48, and the grand total of both comes 100. So degree of freedom is row minus 1 into column minus 1 is 1. So similarly, as we have discussed in the previous chi-square, so we will discuss the observed values. I have written 45, 7, 46, 2. Now let us calculate the expected value. So expected value for 45. So 45, the row total is 52 and the column total is 91 divided by 100. So we are getting 47.32. So let me write 47.3, let me take. And for 7 similarly, for 7 row total is 52 and column total is 9 divided by 100. So for that when we simplify, I am getting the value 4.6. And for 46, row total is 48 and column total is 91 divided by 100. So we get 43.6. Similarly for 2, the row total is 48 and the column total is 9 divided by 100. We get 4.3. Let's substitute all this 4.3. So the difference which we are getting 45 and 47.3 we are getting 2.3, 7 and 4.6 we are getting 2.4, 46 and 43.6 we are getting 2.4, and 2 and 4.3 we are getting 2.3. When we take the square root of all this value, we get 5.29, 5.76, 5.76 and 5.29. And when we subtract it with minus 5, we get 4.79, 5.26, 5.26 and 4.79. In the formula we have observed value and minus expected value whole square minus 0.5 divided by the expected value we have. So now we have to divide this value with the expected value. 4.79 divided by 47.3. So we have 0.1. Similarly 5.26 divided by 7. So we have 1.1. Similarly for 5.26 divided by 43.6, that is 0.1. 4.79 divided by 4.3, it is 1.1. And in the formula we have to add everything. So when we add everything, it is 2.4. So now the degree of freedom is 1 and level of significance is 0.05. When we check the value in the table value is 3.418. Now let us compare the value, comparison and conclusion. When we compare this, our calculated value is 2.4 and the table value is 3.41. So our calculated value is smaller than the table value. So in that case, what we can do, we have to accept the null hypothesis. So that means we are rejecting the research hypothesis. Research hypothesis we are rejecting. So that means what is the conclusion? So conclusion is there is no association between the birth weight of infants and their gender at 0.05 level of significance. Hope you understood. If there is any doubt, we'll clarify it in the group. Thank you.